Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. Let me just say, busy, and more busy. As you all know, I've started working and it has really taken a lot of my time. In the meantime, we were also helping my daughter move and paint and unpack, and I've just not had time to read at all. I'm working just about 40 hours a week, and yeah, so I knew and I was aware of the fact that it was going to cut into reading time. I just didn't know it was going to be by this much. So I am doing a video for today. It is a book haul. These are books that I got, some of them from the end of March, and then my husband and I treated ourselves out on Friday. We had coffee, went to the bookstore. I, of course, had books to take in and got some credit and all that stuff. So, yeah, so I'm going to do a book haul for you today. So, let's get started. The first one we got here is called Messenger, and this is by Edward Lee. This is a brand new author for me. I've never read any of his stuff, and this book sounded really good. Apparently there is this creature or this essence or this spirit or something that gets inside the body of other people and causes them to wreak havoc and what have you. It kind of reminds me of Body Rides by Layman. So, I don't know, we'll see. It sounded interesting. And there was another one that they also had of his by there that I didn't pick up because I want to read this one first and see if I like his writing style. He sounds a lot like Richard Layman, so I will probably really love his stuff. So there's that one. The next one I got here, a lot of people have been talking about, and that is The Chemist by Stephenie Meyer. A lot of people really liked her Twilight series. I thought it was okay. I mean, it's your glamorized vampires kind of thing. But I did read The Host, and I loved The Host. I loved the movie. So now I thought I would try The Chemist. This is more of a type of book for me. It's a thriller. She's pretty much running away from the government, and they're searching for her. But apparently she must do one last thing for them to be left alone, and it's really dangerous, and it just sounds really good. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this one. Next one we got here is Keeping Secrets by Alyson Noel. This is actually two books in one. It's Saving Zoe and Faking 19. Now, I didn't care for the other series she had. Let's see. It was the Dark Flame Shadowland. I think it was the Shadowland series. Is that what it was called? But I read like the first 4 books in that series, and it seemed like she was just kind of throwing stuff together. So I wanted to try these and see if I like these. It was on the sales rack, so I only spent $2 on this, so not a big loss if I don't like it. So I'm hoping that maybe I will enjoy these, and if not, I can always give the book off to somebody else because they probably won't take it back at the bookstore since they're trying to get rid of it in the first place. So there's that one. The next one we've got here, or I should say the next 2 I've got here. Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire. I am not in there. That was just put in there. And my niece is getting us Throne of Glass because she and I were both wanting to read it. So she wants to give me a gift of this book of Throne of Glass. So I went ahead and picked these 2 up from the bookstore. And I'm hoping I like it. This is, by the way, Sarah J. Maas. And I don't have to tell you guys that because I'm really late to the bandwagon. But I've been considering reading these books for a long time, and they never have them at the bookstore. And of course, you guys know our library is super small, and they don't really get a lot of good books in there. So I picked these up, and I'm hoping that I will enjoy it since I spent the money on these. They were like $9 each. So yeah. Next one we've got here is The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. It was on the sales rack, and it's the only reason I picked it up because I decided I was not going to spend the money on this series because I heard that there's like no Percy Jackson hardly at all in this series, and it was on the sales rack. It was $2 for this nice hardback. It's in perfect condition, and I figured, okay, let's give it a shot for $2. So at some point I will read this, and if I like it, then I may continue on with the series. Next one we picked up is The Devil Wins by Robert B. Parker. Well, this is actually Robert B. Parker's The Devil Wins. As you guys know, he passed away, and now he's got a couple of authors who are finishing up the series for him. This one is by Reed Farrell Coleman, and I've not read any by him yet. And I can already tell that it's going to be different reading because just there's not as much dialogue in it. So we'll see. This is the last book. I still need Blind Spot, and they do not have Blind Spot, and that's the one I'm waiting to read, and then this one comes after that, and I will be done with the series. I'm going to have to probably order Blind Spot offline, but it was an incredible series. I just don't know how this one's going to be since it's not Michael Connelly, I think, is who wrote the other ones for him, and I don't know how it's going to be with this author. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's going to, you know, stay somewhat the same writing style as Robert B. Parker and Michael Connelly. The next one we've got here, let's pull these other stack over. This is Sam's Letters to Jennifer by James Patterson. I do have this book already in paperback, and I do want to reread it, but this one was on the sales rack, so I figured I'd pick it up in hardback. And it's in great shape, and I think if I do reread the book, I'll probably read this one because it's really nice. It's really in good shape. You know, the pages still look really good. So, yeah. Anyway, it's a good story, so I'm looking forward to reading that one again. And now to another series where I'm late on the bandwagon, and that is Delirium by Lauren Oliver. They had all 3 books up there. And, I mean, look how good this is. It's got this cover on it, but here's a story for this, okay? They had all of them, and I picked up the other 2, and they were more expensive because they were autographed. And I'm like, well, I don't want to spend $25 on that book just because it's autographed. It wouldn't even be to me and what have you. So I ended up spending $9 on this one. I'm like, it's worth a shot. We can get the other ones through Amazon or what have you. And lo and behold, I was looking at the book, and there's the autograph that somebody had missed. And I was like, no way. So I got it for $9, and it's autographed, but it's to Sarah. So it's not to me, but it is autographed, and I think they just missed it in this one. So I got it for $9 instead of $25. So my husband and I are both gonna read this one and see how we like it. Hopefully I do. There's been a lot of up and down reviews and such on that one. So this next book my husband found. It's called North Child by Edith Patton. The cover alone is enough to make you go. And it is cushioned. It's a cushioned cover. I don't know if you guys can tell that by me squeezing it. Or it's padded, I guess you would say. And just look at the colors, look at the design, look at this book. And we ended up reading the synopsis, and it sounds really good. So we went ahead and bought it. I mean, it was expensive. I think it was $10 for this one. Oh, no. Actually, it was only $7. And it is a middle grade book. So also look at this incredible map inside. Whoever did this design is a genius, because my husband looked down the shelf and saw this on the shelf. And that's all it took for him to grab the book. And he showed it to me, and I was in awe. In awe. It's beautiful. And I hope that I enjoy it. It was worth the $7 spent. It's beautiful. Even if it doesn't get read for a while, it'll be beautiful on the shelf. And then we went to the Dollar Tree for $1. And we got 4 more books from there, and they were only $1 each. And here's one, Just for Now by Abby Glines. I think Jen is the one that talks about Abby Glines so much. And this is out of my comfort zone, but I have read a couple new adult books and I enjoyed them. I can't remember now the titles of them, but I figured I would pick this one up and give this one a shot. Maybe I'll like this one. So yeah, we picked that one up. Next one we got here is Promise Bound by Anne Greenwood Brown. I found this one because it looked like something my husband would read, and it is on mermaids. I'm not sure if this is part of a series, but I'm thinking it is, because here on the back it says Lies Beneath is another book, and it looks like a very familiar cover to this one. So we're going to have to look that up and see if this is book 1, book 2, or what have you, because I'm sure if he likes it, he's going to... Oh, and then there's another one down here at the bottom. This one is Deep Betrayal. So we'll have to look that up and make sure that he doesn't read this one and it's book 3. And the next one we got here is called The Hypnotist by Lars Kepler. It is a Swedish author, and this is a mystery. And there is and it actually takes place in Sweden. The detective there is faced with a triple homicide, and there is a boy who's got over 100 stab wounds on his body, but he is laying there in shock and can't get answers from him, and the story goes on. And it sounded really, really good, and I really liked this cover. It looks kind of eerie if you look at it like that. So I'm looking forward to getting to this one and reading it, because it sounded fantastic. So there's that one. And the last one we got here is From the Charred Remains. This is a historical mystery by Susanna Calkins. Again, it sounded really, really good. I like to find new authors that, a lot of people don't talk about. But this one, it's in 1600s, and there's this fire that decimates this town or this settlement, and this girl, what's her name? Lucy. She is there to help clean up the town, and then everything falls apart when two boys stumble across a dead body that has not been charred or burned, and it turns into this mystery, and it just sounded really good. You guys know me in mystery and historical to boot. I think I'm really going to enjoy this. So that is my book haul. If you've read any of these books that I have shown you today, let me know in the comments below and we will talk about it. Thanks guys for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.